Hello, friends. This world and its history are strange, full of dangerous people. Here, professional killers are not uncommon. However, today we are sharing the story of a personality known as the first recorded serial killer in human history. She is a soft and innocent-looking lady who, in reality, is a killer of hundreds, including princes, queens, and emperors. She is such a fearsome murderer who established a school to teach the art of killing, where students were trained in the preparation and use of deadly poisons. Friends, this is the story of Locusta of Gaul. During the height of the Roman Empire, all of Western Europe was referred to as Gaul, and this region was known for its remote villages where civilization and culture were unheard of. In the 1st century AD, a woman named Locusta was born in one such forsaken village. Her family had a tradition of expertise in herbal medicine, and Locusta quickly mastered this knowledge. At an extremely young age, Locusta conducted research on hundreds of herbs and developed extremely potent poisons, so colorless and tasteless that they caused natural deaths. Locusta's deadly poisons were not available in the remote villages where she lived. Therefore, Locusta turned her attention to the royal court, where greedy nobles and emperors were willing to pay any price to eliminate their enemies and unwanted individuals. Thanks to her skill, Locusta soon became so popular among the upper class that one day she received a secret summons from a royal family. Her first client was Agrippina, the fourth wife of Emperor Claudius, who wanted to see her son Nero ascend to the Roman throne. Emperor Claudius had a hearty appetite, so Locusta prepared a poisonous drink that, when consumed, caused Claudius to choke to death, leaving no suspicion that he had been poisoned. Due to her close relationship with Nero's family, Locusta helped Nero become the ruler of Rome. Her reputation for poison spread throughout Rome, and her clientele grew. She was rewarded with estates, lands, and was acquitted of all charges. Under Emperor Nero's rule, Locusta established a school where deadly herbal concoctions were taught and experimented with on the common people of Rome. Locusta's fame led to a thriving business, as people were willing to pay a high price for her knowledge. However, this glory did not last long, as revolt against Nero's tyranny and excesses began to rise across the empire. As a result, Nero had to flee for his life. Locusta, fearing for her own safety, prepared a highly lethal poison for Nero in case he needed it, but this vial of poison became her doom. After Nero's downfall, the search for Locusta of Gaul began. She was not an ordinary criminal but had countless innocent lives stained with the blood of her victims. A year after Nero's death, she was finally apprehended. The next Roman emperor, Galba, despised Locusta and devised a plan to inflict the most painful punishment of that era on her. Friends, during the 1st century AD in the Roman Empire, it was quite common to subject criminals to various forms of brutal punishment, including exposing them to wild animals and making them fight them. However, if the criminal was a woman, she would often be subjected to sexual abuse by these animals. Among these animals were horses, donkeys, and giraffes. Locusta of Gaul fell victim to such brutal punishment due to her heinous crimes. Therefore, on January 15, 69 AD, Locusta of Gaul was confined in chains and paraded throughout the city as a result of her severe crimes. Subsequently, she was placed in front of a trained giraffe, and due to the viciousness of this giraffe, Locusta of Gaul met her end. In history, her name still remains preserved as a despicable murderer who, during Nero's darkest times, conducted experiments with her poisonous substances, resulting in the deaths of countless innocent people among the Roman populace.